What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Figure It Out of the Basement's Black Series talk show. I'm Nate, and I'm joined with Justin.
What's up, guys?
And today we are going to be talking about the latest fan channel wave of Black Series figures. This wave includes Dash Rendar, BARRISS OFFEE, and the JEDI Temple Guard.
Do we have yet another greatest fan channel wave of all time?
One fan channel wave later, and it may just very well be the greatest fan channel wave ever.
Yeah. Probably not, though, because the last one had Sebulba and, Shakti.
I think I like the last one a little bit more than this wave, but this wave still has some absolute bangers in it. And, of course, long-awaited, highly desirable characters in this wave as well. So before we jump into the review, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you are new. We're always talking Star Wars, the Black Series here on the channel.
Yes, sir.
Justin? Mm-hmm. Time to go back to the 90s, brother, when me and you were goo goo gaga, away.
The real basement babies.
When we were really basement babies, when Shadows of the Empire was released. Earlier this year, we did get a very nice surprise when Prince Xizor actually came to the line, and shortly after that, we found out that Dash Rendar was coming as well. So let's start with Dash.
Pilot and mercenary Dash Rendar flew a snowspeeder during the Battle of Hoth, and Princess Leia later hired him to protect Luke Skywalker from the dark Prince Xizor's ruthless bounty hunters.
There we go.
Nice purple box.
Yep.
Number 2 in the Shadows of the Empire line. I'm surprised it got its own, little line in Galaxy packaging.
And it's not blue.
True.
What a shocker. But I just love... Before we jump into the figure, I love the mural art's kind of hilarious.
Oh, he's like mewing.
They gave him the most Giga Chad ultimate. I mean, the figure does have a pronounced chin, but bro looks like Buzz Lightyear on the back of the box with that chin.
Oh yeah, he literally looks like that meme, like the Chad meme.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I just thought that was funny. So, let's talk about Dash Rendar.
Let's do it.
Whole new figure. Gotta love when they commit to a whole new sculpt.
Yes, sir.
Especially for a character like Dash Rendar, where I feel like they could have easily cobbled together some pieces and made it look close enough to Dash where most Black Series collectors probably would have given it a pass. But
that's typically what they did with that sort of media, like comics and games and stuff, in the past. But it has been a new trend, this past couple of years of them dedicating all new sculpts to some of the more EU type stuff. Mm-hmm. I am not familiar with Shadows of the Empire. I was born in 95, so it was around my time, but by the time I was, aware of my surroundings, it already came and went. I was more of a Battlefront boy, 2004. Mm-hmm. But this figure is awesome, and I do know how, much the community desired this guy. So, it's hype.
Yeah, this is one of the figures that a lot of collectors have been waiting for since the line began. Very popular fan favorite character from the 90s. Shadows of the Empire was a huge deal when it came out. Mm-hmm. I have listened to the abridged audiobook, and I've played the game.
Very nice.
And Dash is more so featured in the game. He's who you play as. Mm. In the abridged version of the book, focuses more so on Han, Luke, and Leia. Okay. And Dash just kind of pops in periodically.
All right.
Obviously, Han Solo type character. I think the figure itself does a really great job of representing Dash. I know there's some people out there that would have preferred bearded Dash or 5 o'clock shadow Dash.
Or even redhead Dash, isn't that a thing?
Because if you look through all the artwork, the promotional images, everything, Dash has had a few different slight variations of how he looks.
Right, yeah.
Even in the original figure that was released way back in the day, has a different styling to it. But I think the head sculpt that they chose, this sort of dashing Chad, Kurt Russell-esque kind of...
Jamie Lannister.
Right,
Prince Charming.
I think it sells who Dash is as a character. Just kind of that cocky, confident pilot, scoundrel.
Yeah.
Kind of like Han Solo, but, Right. He's his own character, and I love his costume design. It's super 90s.
It is.
The big, chunky... They're not even shoulder pads. I don't know what you... Are these?
It's like a...
They're like trap pads.
It's not a vest, but it's something.
Yeah, it's it does something for him. But, you know, he's got the armor on underneath, the regular shoulder pads, the arms exposed, gloves. Love the texture detail that
I was going to say, I like the, like, you know, quill. Like,
yeah, like a quilted pattern almost.
Right.
Going through the...
little mattress action going on down there. He's like a Shocker.
Yeah, he really is like Shocker with this. No thigh swivel.
Yep.
But
continuing the trend of modern Black Series.
The range is not horrible. We do have gauntlet swivel, which I think is interesting.
I didn't even notice that when I first grabbed him.
And we also have boot swivel.
Yeah.
And, of course, ball-jointed wrists as well. So we've got some nice...
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, I'm always going to point this out, but they took away thigh swivel on modern Black Series and seemingly replaced it with putting boot swivel on everything. I would rather have thigh swivel still.
Yep.
But, like Nate said, you still get the ball-jointed wrists, which are a plus. I mean, boot swivel is nice, but I don't really find myself utilizing it all too much.
I just feel like when you compare boot swivel to thigh swivel, boot swivel looks way more unnatural to me.
Yeah.
Just because, as we've explained many, many times, obviously thigh swivel is also unnatural. The human thigh can't rotate like that, but this is an action figure.
Right. And it helps emulate like more natural posing than rotating the knee. I know that's like randomly an excuse or like a justification, but rotating the knee doesn't, it looks a lot more unnatural than thigh swivel. But like collecting is in general, it's just part of the game, and it's like obviously this is what they're going to do going forward, so similar to price increases, it's like you're either in or you're out. There really is nothing else to it.
Yep.
Other than us as reviewers, we will point it out every time.
That's true.
Because it's still a negative element.
Mm-hmm.
But I will say everything else on this figure is pretty great.
Yeah. Got really nice clean paint apps. The blaster is unpainted, unfortunately, but I think everything else about Dash is pretty much a hit.
Yeah, I mean, this is a great figure overall.
He's going to look awesome on the shelf with Shizor, and then you could throw him up there with Han and Luke and Leia, even though they have different costumes in Shadows of the Empire, but that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just think it's really cool. They're continuing to show love to Shadows of the Empire. That's a fan favorite thing. Dash has been such a long-awaited character, and I think they did a great job with the figure.
There we go. That's Dash Rendar.
Next up, let's take a look at Barriss Offee.
Let's do it, brother. Padawan to Luminar Unduli, Barriss Offee preferred studying ancient Jedi texts over serving on the front lines of war, but her mindset, while noble, led her down a dark path.
Ooh.
So a little bit of Clone Wars descripting there, even with an Attack of the Clones box, number 9 in the Attack of the Clones subline. This figure is so good, Nate. Before we even jump into it, Zach, our good buddy, he said this figure is good, not great. I think he's wrong.
We shall see. This will be my first interaction with Barriss.
Yeah. I've had mine for about a week. So we got the lightsaber here.
Is this a new sculpt for the lightsaber?
Let's see.
It kind of looks like it. I don't recognize it. But then again, there are some very generic hilts in the
There
line.
are some very generic hilts in the line. I'm not sure if this is a new sculpt or not, but hey, it does have a little bit of paint.
True, it's not dull gray plastic. They actually gave us a smidgen of paint on her saber, so that's appreciated.
Yep. And since I've messed with this figure a ton, I will give her to you.
All right.
Just to start things off with, but
yeah.
It is plenty of new sculpt work because this is a new character, but it is continuing that trend that Shakti and Luminara Unduli had, where they are reusing the legs of, Aura Singh and Holdo.
Boot swivel?
However, yes, this figure does have boot swivel and thigh swivel. So it's... Yet again, it's another one of those examples where Hasbro is reusing tooling and it's actually giving them more range and better articulation. Hasbro, can't believe I'm saying this, but keep up the reuse. At least on, the women Jedi who can utilize those legs. I mean, don't change them at this point.
Right, yeah, don't do it. Yep. Don't do it. Especially when they're covered up. I mean, does it really matter when they are literally 99% covered up by cloth that there's pins on these legs? I don't think so, but
Of course, you have your butterfly joints as well.
Yep, I see that. Love that they've been putting butterfly joints on these characters. And she has the similar, like, cut
Yes.
that Luminara and Shakti have, so she can really reach her arm over. Like, look at that range. That's crazy.
Yeah. Her hood is sculpted plastic, but I actually don't mind it. I think it looks natural enough, and you can easily move the head on the inside to left or right. It's not like some other figures where it's more limiting. I don't think it's that limiting. Really, the soft goods. I want to make an immediate comparison with the soft goods. Darth Sidious, where you at?
Yeah, no kidding.
Chancellor Palpatine, the new one from the Mace Windu 2-pack. The soft goods is basically a red napkin with no texture detail, no design sequence or anything.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy to me that they were...
Look at that coloring on her.
They were able to print her accurate details on the back of this cape, but for the upcoming Sidious, they just gave him a red napkin. They couldn't print. Like, now that I've seen this, I'm like, okay, so why didn't they print the texture detail onto Sidious's robe? And if they can do it right here.
Right, and it's so cool, too. It's, like, black and this really dark purple.
It matches the hood pretty well,
right,
too.
Like, just looking at the back profile, they blend together. Like, I'm honestly kind of a fan of the sculpted hood.
Oh, yeah.
In conjunction with the soft goods cloak.
The sculpted hood is always the way to go. Hoods are just too hard to do at this scale and make look good without gluing them down, stitching them down. I think this is the way to go with the sculpted hood. It just looks so awesome, and it lays perfectly every time. You don't have to sit and fidget with it or move it around or push it. It's already sculpted, so you don't even have to worry about it. And the face printing is fantastic, too. I'm not sure, are those tattoos? Have we determined that at this point?
Yeah, is it part of the species, the alien species, or is it tattoos?
The markings on her face and hands are really well done, super clean. Even on her belt, which I think is really neat because her belt buckle is painted, but it also is like similar to Luminara's sash that goes all the way down.
Okay.
It kind of has the same like coloring scheme and detail look to it, which is cool. That, master and apprentice are like, they're kind of matching.
Yeah, it's cool. There's also, for the left hand, kind of like a force gesture. I do appreciate what they're at least trying to do. If we cannot get alt hands in the Black Series and standard figures for whatever reason, licensing, budget, whatever it is, I will take the little force gesture, like loose grip hand. If we absolutely can't just get alt hands, I will gladly accept anything other than a C grip. So that's definitely a plus. Give it a thumbs up on this figure. And yeah, the articulation, every bit as good as Shakti and Luminara. So, I mean, just another banging Jedi figure.
For real. They did another great job. I've heard some talk that she's difficult to stand up, but I just stood her up in 3 seconds.
It's because she has like really high heels.
She does, but you know what? Skill issue. All right.
If the camera could see what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you'd hear it. You'd hear it if she fell over.
That's facts.
Because this is just a plastic table. So
I think you guys have blue tack covered all over your table.
Yeah, it's just a blue tack table.
Yep.
That would be crazy. But another banging prequel Jedi. All I gotta say is, Hasbro, keep this shit up.
Yeah, like, honestly, just keep pumping out the prequel Jedi like that. I mean, for a $24.99 figure, she's pretty much as good as she could be, given the context of Hasbro's behavior with Black Series. I mean, the soft goods lower. I mean, you have her legs spread out pretty far in an action pose, which I'm sure you'll see B-roll of, and it's, not limiting or anything like that. She's great. I'll say it. I don't get any of the criticisms on this figure.
Yeah,
I think she's pretty much perfect.
I'd put her right up there with Luminara and Shakti. Now, your favorite figure of the wave?
I don't know.
I mean, it's tough. It's really tough to say who's the best of the best, cream of the crop. Because this wave has 3 bangers. The last figure we are going to discuss is the Jedi Temple Guard.
Yes, sir. An ancient, honored heritage within the hallowed halls of the Jedi Temple was the role of the Jedi Temple Guard. They carried imposing, thick, double-bladed weapons that produced a rare and distinctive yellow blade. They are number 20 in the Clone Wars subline. And we have another banger on our hands, and this solidifies yet another great fan channel wave.
Dude.
This guy goes hard.
Again, another long-awaited figure. We've been asking for the Jedi Temple Guard for years.
Forever.
But what sticks out to me immediately, this dude is painted.
Right.
Bro is absolutely covered in paint for a Black Series figure. Not only is the saber itself painted with this nice little silver and brown detailing in the middle of the hilt itself, but we have so much gold paint all through the mask, on the chest, on the shoulders. We've got these awesome keys around his belt that are painted gold and silver, and to the back of the figure.
To the back of the figure, and there's even that like black piece on the back. And
Anakin Skywalker could not even get all of his belt hits of paint.
That's true, on the new Anakin, yeah.
But Temple Guard gets all of the paint hits. And this is a brand new figure, too. This is not... I don't think any of this is reuse.
I don't think any of it is reuse either.
No thigh swivel.
I will say, the hilt is missing some details. Like, there's, like, these light blue turquoise-ish lights, and I think like maybe a reddish light as well that appears on the hilts. Those details are missing, but what I will say is the actual grip of the hilt is not that dull gray plastic like Savage's was. And like Nate said, there's at least hits of brown, silver, and you know, the two emitter pieces are like that mustard yellow, like honey mustard color, whatever it is. The yellow blades look awesome. We did have Bastila Shan, so this isn't the first yellow bladed, but they're rare to see. The hilt is missing some minor details. It doesn't bother me too much though, because like Nate is saying, the figure itself makes up for it in the paint department. Because the gold, it's also just such a nice gold color.
Yeah, I really love the helmet. It just looks so clean. Pops. Yeah, and the gold contrast against the white really pops out.
And like the rest of like the khaki color.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a nice blending of colors. It's a really beautiful just character design in general from Clone Wars. And to finally get these guys in the Black Series, and, like, they're pretty awesome. You know, I mean, we got some plastic flaps on the side, and it might hinder a little bit, but I don't know. You could still get them to do...
Yeah, I think...
You know...
I think the mixed media works on this figure.
Yeah.
I mean, otherwise, we would have been looking at a traffic cone.
True.
Had that soft goods been plastic. And while we don't see them do, like, too many dynamic things, you just have to imagine they kick ass.
Right.
You know? So, for me, it's like, I want the Temple Guard to be able to do some dynamic posing. Because you know that at some point in time, they had to kick someone's ass.
Right.
So, like... I'm glad it's not a traffic clone.
Some knee armor.
Yep.
That is not attached to the thigh.
Right.
Which is nice.
No boot swivel.
Oh.
But we do have gauntlet swivel.
Okay.
So and we got ball jointed wrists. So we got the ball jointed wrists.
I do like that ball jointed wrist. Seems to be the status quo.
Yep.
On new figures.
Exactly. I will say it does feel like the butterfly joints are a little limited. Because of the soft plastic overlay.
Yeah.
But what are you gonna do? This could not be soft goods.
Right.
Just
with that gold on it, no.
Yeah, that's just.
It's worth the sacrifice.
Yep. And of course there will be some weirdness with the hood, because it is sculpted and it doesn't move independently like Barriss does.
Right.
So, you know, some poses are gonna look a little off. You're gonna be obscuring the mask a little bit, but
yeah.
I think this figure still just looks incredible. Even the boots have paint on it. The back of his boots have paint on them. But we couldn't get the belt hits for Anakin. I mean, I'm just saying, you compare the two, they're both brand new figures.
True.
Both new sculpts. I just want to know how the budgeting works.
Right, like how do they determine...
How do they determine the budget? Because how does Temple Guard, who... realistically in Clone Wars,
they don't do anything.
You just see him standing there.
Yeah.
How does Bro get more paint than Anakin Skywalker?
True.
Not that I'm not talking bad against the figure itself. I'm just questioning how Hasbro determines the main character doesn't get all the paint apps, but
yeah,
Glup Shido Jedi Guard gets every paint app under the sun.
Which, speaking of them just standing there and looking cool throughout the series, very easy to achieve on this figure.
Yes, this figure is going to be easy money on the shelf to just have him stand in a neutral pose, however you'd like him to stand.
Are you going for 2 on this one?
Yeah, I do have 2 coming, because when it's a guard...
I think I need to pick up another one.
I just feel like I'm going to have... If I just had 1 on the shelf, I'd be like, why don't I have 2? Because, like, generally when you see them, there's at least 2.
Yeah, it's a good point.
So, in my mind, I'm like, Landspeeder Luke is going to create a 3D printed file for the door that they stand in front of. I'm going to print that, and I'm going to need 2 to stand in front of that door.
Sounds like a plan, bro. So, I might need to pick myself up a second one.
Yeah,
it's really cool.
Yeah, I've got 2 coming, and that's why you had to bring yours over, is because...
True. You don't have yours yet.
This
was your first impression.
Yeah, it's true. And I do enjoy the figure. The neck articulation is restricted too. I should mention that because it's trapped inside the sculpted hood. But
it's by design.
Again, I think this is a figure that the sculpt work benefits the figure, makes it look so nice. There's no way they could have done this hood in soft goods and made it look good at all. It would have looked like garbage.
Agreed.
So they did what they had to do, and I think they absolutely nailed it. And once again, for a figure we've waited so long for, they absolutely delivered with it.
That's such a common theme this year. Which, like, I almost think character variety alone, this is, like, a better year than last year, somehow. Mm-hmm. And last year, it's like, we got the Super Battle Droid Droideka, last year. This is where the Black Series shines, is just this new trend that they've been doing for a year or 2 years, 3 years, of just killing it with the fan channel waves. These figures are not showing up at Walmart or Target. You got to buy them from a fan channel, Big Bad, Amazon, whatever it is.
They might be at your local GameStop.
True. But for whatever reason, they're just going above and beyond on these fan channel waves. And all I can say is keep it up. We're loving these figures. I mean, I'm looking at the 3 of them right now. This is just 3 straight up bangers. And one of them is like for your EU crowd. We have a prequel film trilogy character and a Clone Wars animation character. This is a hot fire wave. I mean, I think Sebulba, Shakti, and Luminara was a hair stronger just because Sebulba was crazy to get.
Right.
But this is just, I mean, it's another banger.
Yeah.
That's all we can say about it, really.
Yep. It's awesome that Hasbro's finally giving us those highly desirable characters, and they're doing such a great job with them, dedicating new sculpts to them. Mm-hmm. It's awesome that no longer are we in the era of like, well, it looks mostly like the character.
Right.
Because they, cobbled a bunch of different pieces together. But, yeah, I'm happy. I'm excited. This wave is awesome.
But, like, between getting this wave in hand, getting a new Han and Chewie, and getting that Revenge of the Sith SDCC set in hand within, like, a month.
Yeah.
I'm just, like, on cloud 9 with this line. It's going crazy. Mm-hmm. And I hope it doesn't stop. I hope they just continue with the bangers.
Same. And with that being said, that's all we've got for you on this week's episode of Figure It Out. Hopefully you enjoyed the review. If you did, don't forget to leave a like. Subscribe if you are new. We're always talking about the Black Series here on the channel. If you are in a position to help support us directly, we do also offer a couple different channel membership tiers. Check those out in the description down below. And while you're there, make sure to click that link to join the Discord.
Do it.
That one is totally free. It's a great way to get connected with us and other like-minded members of the community. And with that being said, of course, we got to give a huge shout out and a special thank you to all of our current channel members. Your continued support is truly appreciated. And thank you to everyone else out there for watching. I'm Nate. I've been joined with Justin.
See you guys later.
And we will see you all next time on Out of the Basement.